Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing a very quick and easy currants roll recipe. For anyone that doesn't know what currants roll is, it is basically a flaky pastry crust, and on the inside it is packed full of currants with sugar and spices, and it is baked to golden and crispy perfection, as you can see here. If you're interested to see how I put this dish together, then please keep on watching. The first thing that we're going to do to put together this currants roll is make the dough. Now in a bowl here, I'm going in with my all-purpose flour. I'm also going to be going in with a little bit of salt. This is to really give the dough a nice little flavor. And then we're going to be going in with some very cold unsalted butter. Now you want to make sure that you use cold butter for this recipe because you want it to be nice and flaky in the end. And the way that you get those flaky layers is if you use really cold butter. And on top of that butter, I'm also going to be going in with some Crisco or vegetable shortening. If you do not want to use the vegetable shortening, you do not have to. You can just replace it with some extra unsalted butter. And all I'm going to do now is take the tips of my fingers and gently rub the butter and the Crisco into that flour. You do not want to overmix this because if you overmix it, the warmth from your hands are actually going to make the butter and the Crisco melt, and it's no longer going to make the pastry nice and flaky. And once you get a mixture that is sandy and lumpy with the butter and the Crisco, it is time to stream in some ice water a little bit at a time. Again, you want to make sure to use all cold ingredients so this way you get those nice flaky layers. And as you guys can see, I am not kneading it at all or moving it too much with my whole hand. I'm just using my fingertips to bring all of the dough together. As soon as you don't see any dry flour left, you're done adding in your water. Just add in a little bit at a time. And as usual, the full list of ingredients and measurements will be listed in the description box right below this video. All you need to do is click right below the video and a drop-down menu will appear and all of the ingredients and measurements will be right there. And this mixture right here is actually perfect. It might look like a little bit of a crumbly mess right now, but all I'm going to do is put it on a piece of plastic wrap. I'm going to wrap it up and I'm going to compact it very well, and I'm going to leave it in my fridge for about 20 minutes or until the time it takes me to make my filling. You can easily make this dough the night before you're going to use it, and then the next day you take it out of the fridge and you use it right away. But I'm going to be using it within the next 20 minutes. Now when you're done mixing your dough and it's in the fridge, it is time to make the filling. This filling is very quick to make and very easy. So in my bowl, I'm going in with my currants, of course. Now these currants are very small. They basically look like small raisins. If you cannot find currants at all, you can use raisins. Just make sure you chop them up a little bit. And on top of those currants, I'm also going to be going in with some sugar. I'm using golden sugar today. You can use white or brown sugar, whatever type of sugar you wish. And I'm also going to be going in with a little bit of ground cinnamon. You can add in any spices of your choice, but I'm going to be using the cinnamon today. And I'm also going to be going in with some freshly grated nutmeg. On top of those spices, I'm going to be going in with some vanilla extract. You can also use vanilla essence or mixed essence. And the last thing that I'm going in with here is a little sprinkling of salt. Now, whenever you make anything sweet, it's always good to add on a little pinch of salt so this way you can bring out all of those sweet flavors. And the last thing that I'm going to be going in with is some softened butter. What the butter is going to do is it's going to make the filling nice and gooey, and it's going to keep it nice and moist. It's going to mix with that sugar and give you just the right texture that you want on the inside. Now once all of your ingredients for the filling are added into your bowl, you're going to go in with a spoon or a fork or whatever you want, and you're going to keep on mashing everything down until everything is well mixed together. Make sure you don't see any big lumps of butter anymore, any lumps of sugar. Make sure everything is well combined. And as soon as everything is combined, you can go ahead and start to make your currants roll. So my dough is sitting in my fridge for just about 20 minutes, and that's the time that it took me to clean up a little bit and get my filling ready. Now at this point, I'm going to be dividing the dough into two pieces because this batch will make 2 currants rolls. And if you wanted to make 1 large currants roll, you can, but I just preferred to make 2 small ones because they're easier to work with. But you're going to take 1 portion of your dough and you're going to flour your surface very well, and you're going to try your best to roll it out into a rectangular shape, and you're going to make sure to keep on adding flour as needed so this way it does not stick to the board. You want to make sure that this is pretty thin because you don't want a very doughy currants roll. You want to make sure that you can see the currants in every single layer. And once you get your dough rolled out very well, it is time to go in with half of that filling that we made earlier. And once you pour that filling onto the rolled out dough, you're going to spread it out very well into an even layer, and then we are going to start to roll. Basically what you want to do is start from one side of the dough and you want to roll it as tightly as you can into a roll. And once you get to the end of the currants roll, when you're done rolling it, all you're going to do is tuck in the edges very well, and you're going to make sure the bottom part is sealed to the other side of the dough very well too. You want to make sure everything is sealed properly, mainly because since we have the sugar mixed with the currants, as it bakes, that sugar is going to melt and then it can fall out of the currants roll and leak out too much. And then all we're going to do is press it down slightly, so this way we can thin it out a bit. If you leave it rolled up like that in a very tight log, it's going to be a little too thick, so what I like to do is press it down as you're seeing here. So as I was mentioning, this recipe is going to give you 2 currants rolls, as you can see here. Once you finish getting your currants rolls all rolled out, it is time to put it on your baking dish. I always like to put parchment paper on my baking dish because as this bakes, just in case any sugar leaks out, it will not mess up your pan. It'll get on the parchment paper and then we just throw the parchment paper away after cooking. What I like to do before popping these into the oven is I like to brush it with whole milk. But by all means, if you wanted to do an egg wash, you can beat up 1 egg and you can brush the top of it very liberally, so this way you can get a nice golden brown color. And here's a little preference that I have when making currants rolls. I always like to sprinkle on some turbinado sugar or the thick sugar on top of the milk, or if you were doing an egg wash. This way when the sugar bakes, it's going to give a nice crunchy and crusty texture on the top of that currants roll. And the last thing that I want to do before popping these into the oven is score the top. As you all can see, with the back of my knife, I'm going in a diagonal motion and I'm just scoring the top very lightly and making indentations. The reason why we do this is because when this comes out of the oven, it is going to be so flaky that when you go to cut it without the indentations, it might just start to fall apart and be very messy. And all I'm going to do is pop these into my oven that's been preheated to 350 degrees, and I'm going to bake them for about 30 to 40 minutes, depending on how hot your oven gets, and until it gets nice and golden brown. Now once your currants roll comes out of the oven, you want to let it cool down just slightly, so this way all of that sugar has a chance to dry up a bit and reabsorb. But once it cools down and is still nice and warm, you're going to go ahead and you're going to cut it up. Just follow the indentations that you made and you're going to get perfect slices, as you all can see here. Now these currants rolls were super flaky, they were melt in your mouth, and the inside was chock full of all of those currants, that sugar mixture, and it was absolutely delicious. I hope you all give this a try. This was the perfect snack to have with some tea or some coffee, and I know this is going to be a winner in your home. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a nice big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed yet, and of course drop those comments down below and let me know what I should be making next. I'll see you all again in my next video, everyone. Bye!